Story number 3. Mafia the Old Country promises a return to the old ways and less open world bloat. This is Michael McWhirter at Polygon. And you know what? How much time have we got? I was going to say let's live react, but let's maybe just play the trailer in the background and watch it as I read through the story that breaks things down. 2K Games and developer Hangar 13 revealed a longer look at gameplay from Mafia the Old Country on Thursday, showing how the origin story for the Mafia franchise stands apart from the open world, organized crime competition. In fact, Hangar 13 is hinting strongly that it has no intentions to make Mafia the Old Country your next forever game. Instead, the game's creators call the Old Country, quote, a focused, linear experience that combines quality storytelling, authentic era immersion, and a refined take on the familiar Mafia gameplay. Hangar 13 president Nick Baines said in a news release that the smaller, more linear approach allows us to deliver a story that's gritty, grounded, brutal, and emotional. Further reinforcing the smaller, less bloated design of Mafia the Old Country is this statement from the president of publisher 2K, David Ismailier, who said, quote, we think there's a large audience for compelling stories that don't require massive time commitments. Ismailier said that the Old Country, quote, can easily complement the other, more persistent games our players also love and engage with on a more consistent basis, end quote. The strongest evidence of Mafia the Old Country's scope is its price. 2K is selling the base game for $49.99. There's a deluxe edition that costs $59.99 and includes a bunch of extras. Naturally, but the asking price is certainly atypical of AAA game releases in 2025. So, if you're in for a leaner, more classic Mafia experience, check out the newly released gameplay video that shows protagonist Enzo Favara as he takes the oath, works his way up Don Torrisi's crime family, and shoots up 1900s Sicily. Mafia the Old Country is coming to PS5, Windows PC, and Xbox Series X on August 8th. Barrett Courtney, you're the Mafia leader.
Hey, yo. The Godfather.
You're the Godfather.
Yeah.
The
Bless, and what you need today,
father.
Poppy.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, what you need today, Poppy.
Oh, man. He's doing it. Tell me what you think about this news.
I adore this. Everything they're saying, I think is the right path for another Mafia. I'm honestly still to this day dumbfounded that Hangar 13 is still around. They came out with Mafia 3 back in, I can also hold it. I won't make this, they came out with Mafia 3 back in 2016. It was like my first year, I think, at IGN. And it came out to a lot of shrugs. I still hold true that the story and the vibe of Mafia 3 is like top tier from the last generation of consoles. The open worldness of it, though, was very uninspired and at times bad. A lot of the times bad. But if you shifted through that, you got something really special from the studio. Hangar 13, that was their first Mafia game that they made, right? The other Mafia games were 2K Czech. And so that was a lot of learning from them, and they took a lot of, you know, they built off of a lot of what Mafia 2 was, which was much more open world, a bit more of that GTA kind of vibe.
Yeah, Mafia was always a GTA-like GTA clone for me. That's why I loved it so much.
But Mafia 1, and this is why I highly recommend for people if they want to get a taste of kind of what the scope of this game is probably going to be, especially seeing from these trailers, go play Mafia 1, the definitive edition, which is the remake of the first Mafia that Hangar 13 worked on. And I think you're going to get clued in on like the scale, the scope, the length of the game. And that remake is also like really freaking good. And that was one that like they brought in new actors for it and all this stuff. Like that is 100% worth your time if you're excited for a new Mafia and you want something that's a bit more of like the classic Mafia you know and love before we go to the Old Country. I highly recommend playing that because it's not that long too. And if this is $50 and it's not open world and it's a bit more of like that linear stuff that's kind of like it presents like it's open but not really, and it's like 8 hours. Fuck yeah, man. They do so good in story, and if that's what they're focusing on, like that's gonna be a contender for me.
Wow.
So I should start shifting my mind to more of like an Uncharted experience, you think? Because like I am thinking, I go to Mafia for a GTA-like clone. I want that open world experience. I like that.
I mean, that was only 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like Mafia 1 is not that really. And so yeah, I would say It's like if GTA presentation had a baby with linearity of Uncharted, I guess, is kind of the vibe there.
So you're saying that this game is going to be like GTA combined with Uncharted, the greatest video game of all time. Let's fucking go. We did it. We did it.
Okay.
We created the dream video game for you guys. Story number... Actually, before I actually move on, because we should shout out the $50 price point. That's wild. That's
Yeah,
cool.
taking a chance. Very exciting.
This goes back to what I was talking about yesterday when we were talking about EA and how EA was saying that, like, you know, the thing about value, which is PR speak, but also like nice PR speak, I guess, as far as what they're saying. I think that a lot of publishers right now are probably looking at the prices of their games and going, how do we take advantage of a situation that is in flux right now, right? Everybody's moving up to $80. Hey, like, Mafia coming out at $50 is going to be so fucking good for it, I think. I want a AAA experience that, like, you know, I'm going to be able to fall in love with, that I'm going to get like a, you know, third-person action game. Oh, $50? Yeah, I'm going to buy that over whatever random $80 game is on the shelf right now.
Okay.
I hope we see quite a bit of that. I hope we see people exploring the scale of price.
Explore the scale
a bit more.
It will be
Explore
exciting.
the scale.
I want to see more Mafia. I'm not fully sold on the Old Country yet, so it'll be interesting to see once we get up there. What's it like? Do I vibe with this one?
This episode is brought to you by Imperial. We've told you all how important it is to developers to wishlist games that you're interested in. So if this sounds cool to you, make sure you wishlist it. Imperial is a complex, feature-rich action RPG where you'll be sent to a planet in a far-off corner of the galaxy to explore an imposing monolith. As an elite mercenary, you'll join the expedition tasked with unearthing the secrets of the monolith and face off against the deadly automatons within. In Imperial, you'll explore 4 vastly different quadrants of the monolith, accessible only by using mysterious artifacts known as cartograms. Each cartogram affects which enemies, boss fights, and loot will appear when you enter the monolith, so no 2 excursions will be the same. Find even more cartograms to explore by looting defeated enemies or buy them from other players online at the trading post. Imperial features 3 weapon archetypes: the fast-paced acrobatic glaive, the defense-focused mace and shield, or the devastating cannon, with a range of customizable skills and abilities that can make short work of the awaiting automatons. Your weapons and abilities can be changed before any excursion into a cartogram, so if a loadout isn't working for you, you can mix things up to create the perfect playstyle. Help the members of the expedition in deep branching quests and aid other players in asynchronous multiplayer. Get ready, mercenaries. The monolith awaits. Imperial is available May 8th on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PS5. Wishlist now. It helps so much. Wishlist Imperial.
This episode is brought to you by Aura Frames. If you haven't called your mom in a while, here is your reminder to do it. But then you want to go above and beyond. Mother's Day is coming up, and I have the perfect gift idea. Aura Frames are incredibly smart and easy to use, allowing you to upload unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. Plus, you can order the frame online and preload it with photos and videos using the Aura app, so it's ready to go right out of the box. It's a gift so special, they'll use it every day. Greg, Kevin, and a ton of people here at Kinda Funny are obsessed with their Aura frames. It takes about 2 minutes to set up a frame using the Aura app. So the next time you need to call your mom, you can also send her a new pic of you from that trip you're telling her all about. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. For a limited time, listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's AURA frames.com, promo code Kinda Funny. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's super great that mental health awareness is growing, but there's still progress to be made. 26% of Americans who participated in a recent survey say they have avoided seeking mental health support due to fear of judgment. We can do better. No reason for fear. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Some of my best friends use BetterHelp and love how helpful it can be for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. We're all better with help. Visit betterhelp.com/kindafunny to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/kindafunny. BetterHelp.com/kindafunny.
Because I do have a footnote here.
Okay.
Again, this is
Put the little note there.
This
Yeah,
is more from the Kojima interview. I'm sourcing directly from VGC reporting, and I'm just going to call this one Roger Did It.
Roger
everybody,
did it.
I'm reading directly from Video Games Chronicle here. How did you approach building the soundtrack for DS2? That was one of the questions written in there during the interview. Kojima responds, for the soundtrack, we worked with Ludwig Forsell, and I've also put Woodkid's songs into the game. All the other musicians are those that I listen to on a daily basis and whom I like. Same as with actor casting. I contact them directly and I ask them if we can use their songs, or sometimes they tell me they want to write a song for the game and we go back and forth. I was listening to Carolyn Polachek last year and became a big fan of hers. After I put that on my Instagram, she contacted me, and then we DM'd. We kept in touch and eventually met up in Paris. And that's when she told me she wanted to write a new song for Death Stranding 2. She works very fast. You heard her song when you saw the plate gate. It's called On the Beach.
Oh my God. No way. No way.
Roger's joining us on the set right
The
now.
tastemaker.
The tastemaker. Roger, how does it feel?
It's emotional. Like, it's weird. I mean, no, for real. Like, I woke up this morning. I saw that someone tweeted out that little part of the article right there, and I was like, okay, cool. And I freaked out. And I ran to Lance and I started reading it, and then I got choked up when I read On the Beach. Like, the fact that it is apparently a title song, like literally the title of the literally the title.
This is like
of the
making
game.
a James Bond song. Is right. This is a big deal.
Yeah, no, this is incredible. I mean, really quick, just to catch anyone up that doesn't know, back in August, you, me, and Lienza went to Japan. You and I were going to go see Astrobot.
Yep.
And then while we were there, we went to Kojima Productions. We said hi to Kojima, and we brought him a bunch of gifts from everyone in the office. Of course, Mike, what did you bring?
I brought the official Snowbike Mike DVD.
Yeah, I mean,
Kojima hit me up. Did you watch it? I need to know.
you might be in the game. We never know. We don't know. We don't know.
A lot of people hit me up and they were like, "Did you ask Kojima if you watched the Snow Egg Mike
Fuck
DVD?"
no.
I'm like, "How much time do y'all think I got to talk to Kojima? I'm there to play a game."
So yeah, we brought him a bunch of gifts, and I made sure, since I was building out the box of all the gifts, to put Caroline's album right at the top. Just kind of seeded that right there, because Caroline Polachek is one of my favorite artists of all time. She's incredible, and I knew that they would for sure get along, and it would be his type of music. So I put that right at the top, and as he was looking through it, I made sure to be like, "Hey, Kojima, you would like this one specifically." And he kind of looked at me, looked at it, and just kind of put it aside. And I was like, okay, that's the end of this. And then a few days later, he just posted on his Instagram that he's listening to her. And then more and more and more. And they followed each other. And then they were messaging each other. And then they were doing Zoom calls. And then they're in Paris and they're hanging out. And then now she's in the game. So yeah, I'm super happy. And I wrote in the little message that she would make a great theme song for OD. So I was close.
Close.
If I wrote DS2, I would have been able to.
You're fucking crazy, Roger.
Just so close. So yeah, no, it just makes me really emotional. I'm very excited, and I'm excited to hear the song, man. Holy shit!
Yeah,
I'm sure
dude.
it's gonna be really great.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Sadly, I can't say anything more because I'm not allowed to talk about licensed music.
Not
as
allowed to
part-
talk
per
about
the
licensed
embargo.
music.
But yeah, thank you so much, VGC, for the reporting. And yeah, well, come on, man. Let's
on,
fucking
bro.
go.
We did
it,
Let's go. We
Tastemaker.
did it, Roger.
Roger,
Let's
that's
go,
crazy.
I just want a special thanks in the credits. That's all I need.
Roger. Give this man a special thanks.
That's
Also,
amazing. That's
that is
special.
amazing.